Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2024 IFBB Pro League Colombia Pro, where we had bikini, wellness, and figure. So exciting. The pictures aren't super great. I don't know if it was just the backdrop was very lit and it's kind of playing with the lighting, but you still see a lot of beautiful detail. Like, check out these pictures. The girls look fantastic. It was a great show. Let's just get into it. All right, so of course, in terms of Olympia, last year's top three are automatically qualified, and then the winner of every open division contest within the qualification period also qualify for Olympia. So our number one girl in bikini, wellness, and figure get to go. So exciting. So let's start with figure. In first place, Yanena. Second, Danielle. Third, Linda. Fourth, Natalia. And fifth, Monica. And check it out, it was super close. Just 1 point between second and third place, but a clear win for Yanena. So here's Monica in fifth place. She looks amazing. I love her legs. They're so round. The quad sweeps are just gorgeous. Great size, great shape, some nice fullness, particularly here. They just look unreal. Nice detail coming through by the kneecaps in particular. She's got some good ab definition. Her suit is beautiful. I like that it draws your eye to the outwards towards her lats. Great colors. You can see she coordinated her makeup, lovely hair, like everything looks pretty. I think she needs a bit more upper body though to kind of match those amazing legs. I think she could have more height on the delts, a bit wider lat. I think that would really help you to see the V taper more. But like I said, those legs look amazing. And I think overall, she just looks really pleasant, a really nice physique. So she did a great job. Next in fourth place is Natalia. Okay, a lot more upper body on Natalia. Her delts in particular look amazing. So much height and so much width, like right from the furthest edge all the way to the other side. It just goes and goes. She's got super curvy, full round lats. They look awesome. A nice smooth midsection. I wouldn't mind if there's a bit more of the six pack showing, but you can see there's a little bit of that detail coming through and some great legs, big size, and gorgeous definition. I think she's a little bit wider in her midsection than some of the others. Just her waistline is a bit less narrow. So, but she's doing everything right to really play up her proportions. She's got super big lats, really big delts, and great size to her legs. And so that visually makes the X look even more pronounced. And I think her suit fits perfectly as well. It comes up super high. So it's highlighting that nice shape of the V in her upper body. So I think she's doing everything right. Maybe a tiny bit more conditioning just so that the details really coming through in her abs. I think she could have a tiny bit more of that like really clearly outlined delt. You see it a bit better on this side than this one in this photo. So maybe that's not much to comment on, but you can see her legs look great. I think just a tiny bit more abs, but overall she looks fabulous. Beautiful suit, looks really colorful and vibrant. The middle part looks really nice. It plays up with the symmetry of her overall physique, and I think she did a great job. Next in third place is Linda, and wow, her midsection is fabulous, extremely narrow, very tiny, and gorgeous ab definition. You can see those ab muscles just popping so clearly. She's got amazing legs as well, really nice curve, good detail coming through. I love these teardrops by her kneecaps. Nice lats. I think she could have a bit more shoulder though to really play off the width of her upper body. If she had just a little bit more curve and height, I think that would help you to see the V even more and to balance out with the legs. But I'm absolutely adoring her midsection in particular. I think the blue suit is vibrant, looks great against her skin. The eyeshadow ties it all together. And overall, she looks really fabulous. But just a bit more size in the upper body, I think, would be amazing. But man, those abs, killer. Next in second place is Danielle. Oh, wow. She looks so good. I think she has a really pleasant silhouette. She's not overly exaggerated. She's not huge and teeny and huge. And the curves are just lovely. It's a really nice, like literally a V, just super straight. You see right, your eyes follow the line from her suit right back up the lat to her delts. I think it looks fantastic. Maybe she could have a bit more like width to the delts here just to pull out the V really as wide as possible on the top. But that, I say that only about her front pose, because I think in the back, her delts look phenomenal. So in this front pose, I wish she could have a little bit more width to the delts, like here on the very farthest edge. I think her conditioning looks fantastic. You've got some great detail coming through on her quads, nice flat midsection, super tiny waistline. The suit fits beautifully. Her posing is nice. I don't know if it's just a photo, but I do feel like she could have a bit more gloss. Like she's got a bit more sheen in the shoulders, but not quite so much of that like highlight to the legs. So I'd love to see just a bit more glossiness in here just to really make that 3D quality of the legs really pop out. But overall, I think she's gorgeous, and her back pose looks tremendous. And now in first place is Yanena. Holy proportions. Crazy. Her midsection is so tiny. The waistline is just not even there. It's non-existent. She's so teensy in her stomach. Really big lats, extremely big delts. And that's exactly what I meant when I said that they come nice and wide. And it just makes your eye see so much width coming into that V-taper. Incredible. Gorgeous size in her legs as well. Lots of detail. The suit is lovely. I love the black outline that it has. I think that's really nice. It's unique. It looks beautiful with this, I believe it's a turquoise. Love it. Some pink. You can see the eye makeup matches, like just gorgeous top to bottom. Super rich dark tan. She looks amazing. It almost seems in this picture like she's got more of like a tilt to her pelvis than the other girls. Like I wouldn't mind if she was a little bit more upright, but that's just one photo. We'll see in the lineup. Overall, I think her proportions are crazy, really exaggerated. That midsection is just outstanding. Okay, so here's everyone side by side. Yes, I will say it again. I do feel like Yanena is quite bent at her, like in the low back. The pelvis is pushed quite far back, which I know is strategic. You definitely want your upper body to appear big, and the proportions from where the judges are sitting. But I do find that it's almost hiding her lower body a little bit, whereas the other girls are a little bit more upright, and I think it allows you to see their lower stomachs, the hips, where the quads come in to the glutes, just a little bit better. So I would be careful with the posing here. But everybody has something that stands out to me. Linda, I noticed right away her abs. Unreal definition. It looks so good. Danielle, it's that V shape. I think she has such a beautiful lat. Her waistline, it's just a gorgeous line in her silhouette. Natalia, those delts. I love the height. I love the size. Really nice, beautiful shoulders. But I do think a bit more definition. Even though her legs look so defined, I think those abs, even the arms could have a bit more detail coming through. Monica, those legs. I love the fullness. They just look so round, pumped, beautiful density in her legs, but I definitely feel like she could have more upper body, more size to the delts, the arms, even the lats. And then Yanena, my gosh, that tiny waistline is like nobody else's. It absolutely stands out, and those proportions are nutty. Huge upper body, tiny waistline, and just unreal legs. She definitely stands out to me. From behind, what catches my eye on our first place winner is that she has a lot more softness to the glutes, more roundness, more fullness. The other ladies, all of them, look a lot more striated. There's more of like an etched look in the outline of the glutes themselves, whereas Yanena seems more round and full. I love it. I think her shape looks really lovely. Her delts are nice and high. I think Yanena and Danielle really stand out for their delts in this back pose, right? Danielle in particular. I mentioned I really liked her back pose. Oh yeah, those delts look unreal. They're so full and round, like the perfect, beautiful shape in her back. The other competitors I find have a little bit more of a straightness across the top, whereas first and second have a lot more curve to the top of their delts. Danielle definitely has more detail coming through. The conditioning is sharper. There's more lines, but Yanena has more fullness and roundness. So at the end of the day, the win went to her. I can see the differences between all of them in the conditioning and the shapes, and Yanena really had that great X frame with maintaining beautiful curves. And of course, in terms of Olympia, there she is. All right, moving on to women's wellness. In first place, Eduarda. Second, Raeli. Third, Paola. Fourth, Carol. And fifth, Kihara. And the scores were nice and even all the way through. So here's Kihara in fifth place. She looks beautiful. I love her suit, a nice turquoisey sky blue. Her eyes look beautiful. The makeup, the hair has that soft wave. She just looks so pretty. Just her muscles look beautifully round. Her shoulders, nice lat, nice small midsection, gorgeously outlined oblique here. Nice flat stomach. Great curve to the glute on the bottom, in particular where the glute and the hamstring come together. I like that you see a nice quad sweep, but I do think overall she just needs more size. I think the quads could be way bigger, more of that extreme curve to this front leg, and I think the glute could have more curve and fullness on the top part here. I think in her own frame, looking at her, she looks absolutely beautiful, but when I compare her in the lineup, there's a lot more size on the other girls in the lower body. But I think she's doing a great job with the posing. You're seeing that nice triangular shape in the upper body, and just overall, she looks lovely, but a bit more size. Okay, next in fourth is Carol. Now, those are some large muscular legs. Unbelievable. Really great quad sweep, great size of the quads. Crazy good definition coming through in the back here, right? It's got a full outlining of that teardrop shape. Beautiful curve to the hamstrings and nice round full glute. I think that looks awesome. She's got a really small midsection with lots of detail coming through in the abs and gorgeous muscles in her arms. Great outlining of the delt. Like overall, all of the pieces of the puzzle fit together so beautifully. I do find that she's leaning forward too much. It's kind of taking away from that triangle shape and creating more of like a curve. I think she could absolutely pull this shoulder more outwards towards the front, bring this shoulder more frontwards, and then we'd see more of her upper body. I think the arm would fall more straight down, and it would reduce some of the curve to the front here and kind of have more of a pulling in effect. Right now, it's almost a lean, which I find distracting to the overall shape. I want to see just a bit more up and down. But the curls look great, the red color to the suit, there's some red in her lips. Overall, I think she looks stunning. I love all the gloss, I love the conditioning, and man, her size is super impressive. All right, next and third is Paola. Beautiful fullness. I think she's got gorgeous round quads. I love this sweep in the back leg, nice full round hamstrings, beautiful shape to the glute. Though I do think, honestly, in this side pose, she could have more size, and it could come in a little bit more here where the glute and the hamstring come together, that little dip you get at the bottom. I also felt that perhaps she could separate her feet a little bit more so that we see more of the back leg. I'm loving this little hint that we get when we see the quad sweep in the back, but I'm losing a lot of her hamstring because her quad is so big, covering it up. So I think she could just make more space so we can see more of the back leg. I think she's got some great size in her upper body, nice full lats, beautiful shoulders, but I do think that she's a bit sideways in the upper body. She's definitely showing us like a profile, so you get that nice side look at the line of, the back, but I feel like she is losing this whole back part of her shoulder. I would bring this a little bit more forward, maybe just play with the angles. You want to always, of course, worry about keeping your midsection looking small, but I think she could have a little bit more of that triangular look by pulling the lat, pulling the arm more out here and having the shoulder further out, and then the arm could fall more straight down rather than being backwards. So I just think visually the line would be even nicer and smoother if she was a bit more facing the front. But I love the lower body. I think she's got great size, beautiful overall look. I love the curl to her hair, nice red suit, and I think she's stunning. All right. Second place, Rayali in a gorgeous, bold, and bright yellow suit. It looks so good on her with that short curly hair, her dark skin, the tan. It just pops. It looks fantastic. Fits her beautifully. I love how high the strap comes up here and how low it comes down there. I think it makes her waistline look so teensy. She's got crazy definition. I love how much detail you're seeing in this front quad and lots of detail in the back leg. Perhaps maybe she would want to be a tiny bit softer. I found that when I looked at her in the lineup, she had more definition showing than some of the other girls, but I personally love it. I love seeing all that detail. I think it just shows how much size she has, how the density, it's fabulous. Great small waist, nice flat midsection. I think her shoulders look beautiful. Everything looks fantastic. She's got some great size. I love where the glute and the hamstring come together here. She's got that nice dip coming in. I think she looks amazing. But yeah, maybe a tad bit softer into the quads. I hate to say it because I love it. I love the look. But when I see the first place winner, there's definitely a little bit more roundness and softness to the overall physique. But I think she looks amazing. All right, now here's Eduarda in first place, looking absolutely stunning. Love the red lip. It coordinates so well with the red suit. Love her lats and her shoulders. I think she's doing a great job of just being up, open, really tall. The shoulder is back. You see this gorgeous silhouette, a lot of width coming into this narrow waist and then right to those beautiful glutes. Her midsection looks beautiful, really small and tight waistline. Gorgeous definition. This detail here looks fabulous, but now the lower body is really taking the stage here. You've got great quad sweep. You've got gorgeous size. She's got really good posing, so you see the nice hamstring in the back leg. The profile view, right? Her toes are really pointed sideways, gives you a great look at her silhouette with the glute, the hamstring. You're seeing nice definition in the curve of the glute down the side of her leg, but she's not overly defined and detailed, right? The teardrop isn't coming through so clearly. There's a little bit of lines, but overall she's got this beautiful roundness and fullness and just curviness to her overall appearance. And I think that looks amazing. She looks stunning. The red is beautiful. The curl, I love this swoosh right in her hair. Just draws your eye to her smile. I think she did amazing. Okay, I appreciate that this photo is really zoomed in. It's a bit pixelated. It's not the greatest, but it does give you a look at everyone side by side and exactly how they looked in comparison to each other with the posing, the different heights. And I think Eduarda stands out absolutely because of her tiny waist and just how upright she is. I think you're getting a great look at her shoulders, that triangular shape in her upper body, and nice fullness in her lower body. She's got the curve, she's got the detail, she's got tremendous size, and just overall a really lovely silhouette. Here's where I think even in this photo, it's not the greatest, but you can see Raeli has a lot more detail coming through. Perhaps they wanted just a little bit of a softer look. Paola, I don't think is doing her midsection the best posing here. I think she looks a little bit less pulled in and tight. So I think she could play with the angles a bit more. Carol, I find, is leaning too much in her upper body. It's kind of throwing off the overall shape, but man, her legs look fantastic. And Paola's glutes look fantastic here. Kihara in fifth, gorgeous abs, beautiful upper body, but I do think she needs more roundness and size into that glute. And more size into the quads too, right? When you look at the sweep of the back leg, for example, compared to Carol beside her, definitely a little more. And from behind, just note here, this photo, the competitors have switched spaces. Eduarda catches my eye because of the width that she has right in the widest part of her glutes. Like there's a lot of size as well as height, but the fullness is all the way down her tie-ins. I think Paola has a little bit more of a squareness to the sides of her glutes. They're not as round and full as you're seeing in Eduarda, but also I think she needs to have a little bit more space in her elbows, because right now the elbows cover and make the waistline look like it goes from all the way from here to here. Instead of having that space like you see on Eduarda, having that emptiness lets us see her waistline. I think Kihara is doing the same thing. I think if she opened her elbows a little bit more, like Carol, like Raeli, you would have a better view of the waistline. Now, Eduarda, her waistline is the tiniest. Really, it makes the glutes so impressive when the waistline is so small. Raeli might want to have more hair just to help kind of highlight the glutes themselves. Her back looks beautiful and it doesn't look overly lean either. So I don't mind the short hair, but I think just to kind of fall in line a little more with what the others are doing, to have a bit more of that length, even if it went to the strap, I think that would help to draw your eye into that V shape so that you see the delts kind of popping on the sides and then nothing else except knowing how tiny the waistline is before seeing the glutes. Carol, man, fantastic definition. The outlining is tremendous, great size into the quads. Kihara, I think, has some really nice fullness along the width of her glutes, but isn't quite getting that small waist and the big delt appearance like you're seeing on Eduarda. I think her hair is perfect, really highlights the delts and the glutes. Gorgeous. And of course, in terms of Olympia, there she is, qualified. Now, women's bikini. In first place, Ivy. Second, Mariana. Third, Rania. Fourth, Roxana. And fifth, Daniela. So here's Daniela in fifth place, and she looks beautiful. What a great curvy sweep to her quad and that back leg. Nice definition, this groove. The line coming down looks fantastic. She's got some good size in the glute, though I do think she could have more curve to that top part here. It's a bit of a straighter line, though she has a really impressive curve on the bottom part of the glute. She's got some nice curvy delts. I think it's a nice complement to her lower body. But overall, I think definition could have been more. I think the oblique could be more chiseled. I think the midsection could be more tightly pulled in, maybe a bit of ab definition. Just a little bit more of the detail and leanness, I think, would be really flattering to her overall physique. But I love the blue suit. It's a great contrast. I think the curl in her hair looks lovely. And just overall, she looks really pleasant and lovely and healthy and beautiful and vibrant. But a bit more conditioning, a tiny bit leaner, I think, would have looked fabulous. Okay, next in fourth is Roxana. Also stunning. The suit is gorgeous. I think it's like an ombre of like a light blue to lilac. Maybe I can kind of see some purple in there, and her eye makeup almost looks purple as well. So I think it's beautiful. Really a great contrast against her skin tone. She's got a fabulous silhouette here. I think she's got a really nice narrow pinching in of her waist right here, and then it goes out beautifully to her glutes. I'm loving this outline here. Nice overall, just like a firmness in the legs. I think her quads look great, really nicely toned. Beautiful quad sweep here. I think she could have a bit more size, honestly. I think she could have a little bit more height and roundness into the delts, maybe a little bit more size into the quads, just a little bit, a tiny bit. But also I do think she's another who could have a bit more conditioning, like just if the lines could be a bit sharper. I'm seeing this groove here in the glute really clearly, but the line coming down the quad is not quite so visible. I think the delts could be a little bit sharper outlined, just a little bit more, even a little more of a six-pack, though she has some nice oblique. So it's almost there. But I think overall she's got a great shape. The suit is beautiful. Her blonde hair looks vibrant. I like the highlights. Overall, I think she looks really lovely. All right, next and third is Rainia, and definitely more size on her frame. A lot more muscle in the legs, beautiful quad sweep, and a lot more muscle in the glute. Wow. Crazy size, beautiful curves. I'm definitely drawn to her glutes, and really nice balance with the delts as well. I think she's got some good size everywhere, really muscular, great curves. Posing wise, I feel like she's not pulling her shoulders up and the chest up and the clavicle up, and then the shoulders coming up, but also back more. Like I feel like this front shoulder could come more up and backwards here, like coming more open. This shoulder could come more forward, and I think that would just open up her upper body even more and give you even more of an hourglass. And then this delt will line up a little bit better with the side of the glute. Right now, my eye is being pulled out to the glute, and when I look up, I don't feel like the delt is quite comparing. She clearly has some great size and beautiful curves, but I'd love to just see the upper body as vibrant as I'm seeing the lower body. I think her suit is beautiful. I love the color combination. Her makeup looks lovely. Her conditioning is fantastic. I love all this detail you're getting in the quads. Her calves look fire. I love this groove in her glute here, her hip. I think she looks tremendous. Great tan. Love the gloss. Overall, I think, wow, what a third place. All right, next is Mariana in second. She's doing exactly what I was trying to say on the last competitor. She's really opening up her upper body. Her shoulders are back. Just beautiful presentation of her upper body. She looks very upright. You see her lats really clearly, and it definitely highlights her small waist and nice size into the glute. Fabulous. She also has a really nice curve to the quads. I like the quad sweep you see in the back leg. Tremendously flat midsection, really long midsection too. Looks fantastic. Nice outlining of the oblique and really good detail coming through in her arm muscles. So overall, I think she looks gorgeous. I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more curve. If she could have a little bit more roundness into the lat, maybe a little bit more roundness up on the top part of the glute. She's got a really beautiful curve on the bottom and beautiful curve under the hamstring, but I wouldn't mind if it was just overall a little bit more of a curvy shape. But I think overall she looks really stunning. Beautiful suit, beautiful curl to the hair. The color of her hair is lovely. Makeup looks nice and bright. Posing looks beautiful. Like she really nailed it. Conditioning was great also. So I think she did a fantastic job. And now in first place is Ivy, and she just gets everything right. She's got tremendous curves. I noticed a curve in her delt, a curve to her back, just that S shape, beautiful curve in her glute. That outlining with the conditioning right here, that groove looks amazing. Great curve to the hamstrings. I think she's got beautiful quad sweep, nice detail. So she's got lines, she's got grooves, she's got chiseled obliques and abs, but not too much detail coming through into the legs, right? They're still soft and curvy and full, even though she looks hard and athletic, particularly in her upper body. You've got detail in her sides, detail in the abs. She just nails it. The conditioning is perfect. It's that perfect combination of hard and athletic, but also some curviness and softness where you need to be curvy and soft. The red lip, the red suit, her long dark hair with the curl coming through in the back, it still lets you see her lats. Like overall, she looks fantastic. Great posing to show off the upper body, that triangular shape. I love how she's kind of almost grinding the toe in, like there's a bit of a twist here to really show off her leg. She looks beautiful. And in the lineup photo, Ivy stands out to me. Her midsection is super impressive, the ab definition, the tiny waistline, but then the curve to her glute. Like when I see Mariana beside her, she also has an amazing midsection, but not quite as much roundness to the glute. Particularly when you've got Rania on this side and Ivy on this side. Definitely a little bit more roundness would look fabulous. But Ivy just looks substantial in her upper body, but really nicely defined. Her delts have great outlining, that groove in her glute. I think Roxana and Daniela don't quite have that same amount of fullness and definition, and just the overall shape on Ivy is unmistakable. You just want to look at her. And then from behind, nobody to me comes close. I think Ivy's glutes are so well, just full and round and very large, right? Like they're big. The muscles in her glutes are tremendous. They're high, they're wide. The tie-ins are really full. The outlining of the tie-ins looks beautiful, and that curve to her leg, the inside part of her leg, she's got a bit of detail coming into the adductors. It looks awesome. I think Roxana needed a bit more tightness and leanness into the glutes. I think Daniela also could have had a little bit more, the tie-in showing. Rania, beautiful roundness, beautiful detail into the tie-ins, great size in the delts. I think she looks really good in this back pose. Mariana, beautiful tiny midsection, but to me I don't see as much roundness and fullness in the glutes like I see on Ivy. She's just got so much size, and it's crazy how beautifully full her glutes look. Tiny midsection, great hair. The hair just looks so flattering. It lets you see the delts and highlights the small waistline. I think she nailed it. Unreal. And Ivy's tan looks really gorgeous from behind also. Like just her skin tone is rich and dark. She's got gloss and shine. Just everything. Your eye is drawn to her. And of course, already qualified for Olympia. All right, that's it for this recap. I've got another one coming your way from last weekend, and then we've got the Tampa Pro coming up as well. So make sure you subscribe, give me a like if you like this video, comment your thoughts below, and come find me. I'm on Instagram at Turquoise Toffee.